Exaltations and salutations. How we doing this morning? So, here's the thing. You guys are pretty well and tangled, for lack of a better term, in the nonsense that I am, in fact, entertaining. And that means that it is well within your rights to demand to know exactly what the nonsense is. So I figured I would go over it pretty succinctly. So here goes. I shall be endeavoring to have May the 4th content as Balin Skull, and I need a Thor cosplay for, let's say, the third week in October. Now, I currently have 2 projects that are going out to other clients. Some Klingon and some Dwarven. Okay? Technically Greek god. But I digress. So where does that leave you, Nick? We know you did all that work with Magneto, Nick. What's going on there, Nick? Here's the other thing. I have continued to develop the small pieces that'll finish up a demon character that is going to start dropping content on the weekends on social medias. But also, I'm going to finalize the Magneto armor, not as a, oh my God, this is the pinnacle of your work, but as a palette for me to learn how to best, I'm going to be learning best practices, right? I'm going to be working on technique and everything else. I take that back. There's one other client that I'm working with, but it's kind of long-term because we're developing a custom Mandalorian armor, which is kind of badass because it's going to be a Mandalorian armor where there are no handheld weapons, that the weapons are actually mounted. But anyway, I digress. So yes. So I am working on those 2 projects simultaneously, and here's how this is going to go. On top of it, due to life being life, I also have to dismantle the workshop for a week and then rebuild it. That also includes dismantling the cave and rebuilding it. And when I say dismantling it, I mean down to the studs. Yikes. Yeah, I know. But the good news is that 1, things will be more efficient. 2, I won't have some of the problems that I've been having around here. And three, it'll give me a good opportunity to neaten, streamline, and learn from my mistakes, right? Because what do we always talk about? Taking down the sandcastle and rebuilding it, right? We always talk about that. So yes, so Magneto will be finalized to an extent where I will be wearing him in videos. Oh, but Nick, why even bother? Because it's for me. Because I want to show that I can do something. Because I think that given all the stuff that I've done, that this set's going to be pretty cool. And I've got some cool audio clips that I want to be wearing the armor for, right? And I think it'll stand out, and it'll speak to who I am and what I'm doing. But also it's going to be a continuation. Oh my God. So I don't know if you guys saw it, but in a couple of videos I was working on grips and handguards for Deadpool katanas. The grips and handguards came out gorgeous. The blades were all bent, so I gotta work on printing those better. But it's a learning process, right? It's a learning process, and I'm learning. So I'm trying to be more efficient with my filament. Side note here, If you're feeling like you want a Father's Day or birthday, I will accept any and all filament you might have kicking around. I'll make suggestions because there's a couple that work better with the machine that I have. But yes, all in all, we're working on this, right? And then we're going to do this, but modified so that it looks more me. It's going to be this, right? But it's going to have a couple of the elements of this, and I'll keep you updated. I want to make sure that this is kind of an ongoing thing, right? So on the weekly, we will have a Tinker Tuesday again. Okay. Now, does that mean that I'm going to be able to stream it every week? No. Does that mean that we're going to be streaming it on TikTok? No. More than likely, it'll stick to the Patreon, right? Or the Discord. Okay. And I'll stream it directly to the Discord because Discord's video capabilities have gotten way better. And I think it's a good platform to use. And if somebody wants to, they can join, they can join the Patreon and come hang out at the Discord Tinker Tuesdays. All right. But we got a couple of weeks going and we're going to start doing some stuff and we're going to start developing some things. And this pile is going to turn into armor. And then there's going to be another pile and that's going to turn into armor. And I am honestly more excited about this project than I've ever been about any other hobby I've had. Because I've always been a prop guy, all right? Which I don't know if you can tell, but like I've always been like in love with prop development. And that was kind of like, aside from writing, it's been the thing that's kind of always captured my imagination. I was always the kid who got the art of a movie book, you know what I mean? Like Lost in Space when that came out, and all that other stuff, because I was obsessed with the props of them, like the weapons that they designed and the armor that they had and the robots that they used and all. Look at this stuff. Look at this stuff. This speaks to it, right? So not giving up, not going to stop. This is going to become a weekly thing. There's a possibility there might be like 2 days in July where I just not capable. I don't know what 2 days it is yet. So if it falls on a Tuesday, I'll let you guys know ahead of time. But this right here serves as the introduction to Tinker Tuesdays again, to a revitalization of that idea. All right. I'm going to be doing more structured stuff, but without it having a set form, so that there are ideas that are revisited on certain days of the week. You know that they are, but in some formats, they'll be like, oh, Nick did like a TikTok on Tinker Tuesday about what he's doing. Oh, Nick's able to stream on Tinker Tuesday. We're going to be a little bit more fast and loose, but we're going to be nothing but creative, nothing but supportive, and nothing but loving. And I hope you will be along for the ride. Okay? Okay. Have fun storming the castle. I am going to take the Bondo that I have. Holy Jesus. Oh, Bondo will fill gaps. Really great. Should have my head examined. That shit is so difficult. So difficult. I'm sure it'll come in handy later, but right now, I'm putting it over in the corner. It knows what it did.